What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back. We're playing some more Path of Exile 2, and today I'm going to make a video that's showcasing some of the best options and settings you want to have on when you're playing this game. And also, I'll take some time to do a little bonus and show you some things around your regular status screen of your inventory, so you can kind of get a better idea of what's going on, what some things mean. And I'll show you some of the things they added specifically new to this game to help you navigate the game a little better. I know a lot of people are playing the game. Some people, I played this game on my stream the last 3 weeks now, preparing myself for this moment. And I know a lot of people have played the game for 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours, playing the Path of Exile 1. So they're really familiar with how some of these things work, but a lot of you are new and you want to check it out. You want to get some informed information and make your character even better. So I'm about to show you that, my fan. Without further ado, let's dive in. So one of the first things people ask me is like, DJ, how do you have your health bar on the bottom left, and how do you have it so clean, looking like that? And the reason I have it like that is because I do content. So I want it to be a smoother experience for everybody watching. I have my cam in the part where nothing's being taken up besides some quest information that's not important for you guys, but important for me. So I'm gonna show you how to set that up, and also to the little bar above my health, so I know my health, because ultimately, even though you have the health bar on the bottom left of your mana, you don't want to watch that. The action happens in the middle of the screen. You want to pay attention there. So this helps you know, oh, my health is going low, so I need to heal. First, it's kind of like looking up and down. You're wasting that time. And I know as you get later into the game, I know the game's getting crazier and crazier, you want to pay attention to center the screen, not having your eyes go up and down, which is wasting time, can get you killed instantly. Let's go ahead and get started. So first thing, options. I'm playing on PC, but I love playing with controller because it feels so good. PoE 1 felt good on controller. PoE 2 feels like they made it with controller first, and mouse and keyboard as well. It just felt good from the start. So what we'll do is I will start from the top. So graphics, none of this stuff means anything to anybody. Nothing to show here. I'm not one of those graphics enthusiasts. I can tell you the best options to get the best frames on your current loadout. All I know right now is what I got, and I'm getting 116 frames. My game runs smooth. I haven't had any hiccups or anything. So go on here, customize your stuff to the point where you feel good about what you got going on. Then you can change from there. So this is where things start getting good. Item filter. What is item filter? So if you're new to the game, item filter is a file that you can log into your, if you go to the Path of Exile main website, there's item filters there that people from the community have made. And why do you need the item filter? Because you get so much drop and loot when you drop stuff on the floor. Sometimes you don't know, is it good, is it bad, am I wasting my time looking at this? I don't think there's any out right now, but there's going to be some people in the community that are going to make one. And the cool thing is it kind of hides all the non-essential items that you will pick up on the floor, and it highlights certain things. So if you get a special orb, a special piece of armor, it will be highlighted in green, highlighted in yellow. I can't showcase it right now, I don't have a filter, but essentially just imagine where you have like a monster drops 10 things, you're like, oh my god, what's good? It'll filter out all the crap and just leave with the good stuff for you at your current level, and have different levels of the item filters. So when it comes out, I'll make another video and talk about which one I installed, because they make your experience way better because you're just focusing on just getting good stuff early. So keep that when it comes up. Auto equip, if you have no equipment on, is good, but at some point you'll have all of your slots filled up, so you want to really pick and choose what you put on your gear, your character, because it impacts your build and what you got going on. Disable tutorial, keep it on if you're new, if you know what you're doing. Even if you know what you're doing, just keep it on, so it might give you some more information. After like 10 hours in the game, or 5 hours, 2 hours in the game, it stops giving you tutorials, so you won't see it as much. These two restrictions is good because it prevents skills that you're unable to socket, or you already have socketed into your inventory, so you're not wasting slots. So it says, hey, don't put this on, you can't use it. Same thing with equipment as well. And also prevents equipment items in slot that will result in disabling your socket skills. So you don't want to put a piece of armor on and it jacks up your slots, it jacks up your skills. So this essentially prevents it. You can do that if you want, but I would recommend keeping it on. Next, interface. This is where things get juicy. So English, my language, keep that on there. Enable profanity filter. If you have the chats on, yes, turn it on, because people get super excited or super nice or super extra nice with their words. So in case you don't want to see that popping up on your screen, you can turn this on. Enable quest tracker. My camera's blocking it, but on your right hand side it'll tell you what quest you have to currently go after. Show clock. I don't want a clock, I'm good on time. The less I need. This is for widescreen, you can't do anything about it. Confine your mouse in the window. Since I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, I like this. computer. I like this because if I want to get off the screen and go do something, I guess I could showcase things with this too. If I want to get off the screen, I can. I just go back and forth off my PC or here. Keep this, hide your information. No one seeing your personal information. And now we start getting back gamepad stuff. So now this is where people are asking me, how do you put your HUD on the left? It's right here, easy. You get to pick. You get central. Now it's in the center like that, which yours might be by default. You can put on the right, which is on the right like that, easy. And for me, I like it on the left. A little easier for me to kind of see, kind of keeps things clean out of the way. Panel mode, I like mine on the left because I put my camera. I just love the way they did this, because I remember I was watching an interview and he said, you know, we want the game to look good when content creators are playing the game. My man, thank you. So you have an option to put your HUD in the left, which I have mine on the left because I like having my camera on the right. You can put it on the right if you want. And what that does is, see, I open up everything, opens up on the right. You can't see anything. People like seeing what I got going on. So for me, I'm gonna change that back. You also have the option to put full screen, which when you open it up, it's just one of these. Does one of these as you're going through. It has everything right here. So if you're just playing the game, this is good to showcase some stuff. You can still access this screen. Is it interesting? Another way, and I'll show you. But for me, because I like playing and having it like that, I will change mine back to the left. But even if you go in here, if you go like this, bind screen to your quests, it opens it in full screen. So that's the way to kind of get around it. Not sure if that was intentional, but you can still see full screen like that if I want to as well when I'm playing by myself. So that's kind of the option I have set up for their HUD, and that's how you can get it, customize it to the way you like it. Scale, hub scale, you can make it super small like this. I guess I'll make mine even smaller because I don't need it. I just have it there for people that are watching the videos that want to say, oh, what scale is it using? I have that there, but you don't need it. I think I'll keep mine that small so it's better, smoother experience for everybody. So now let's continue on. Next is going to be keep that off, map. Show map in the top corner of the screen. Yes, I recommend it because the cool thing is they made the map bigger. Before in the PoE 1, you had to have this on like all the time, which is like cool, but it's kind of like blocking the beautiful graphics and the immersion in the game. Now that this map is twice the size, I don't necessarily need it as much because I could just look up there and see where I'm going. So I'm glad that they made that map a little bigger. What is it? Outer center map. Yes, I'll keep that on. Keep it centered. Oh yeah, this one is amazing. Landscape transparency. You want to put this on. Yes, they have all kind of cool things you can see, but what happens is it gets in the way of you, like what you're actually trying to find. You see all that stuff in the way? That's cool, but now I can't really see where I'm going as well. I mean, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. I like putting that 0. I don't need any of that information on my screen so that I can just see where's the area. I can hit a rock right there and I can keep, it'll help me with navigating a little easier. I recommend turning that on for people that want a cleaner experience when they're playing the game. Map zoom, show name on allies is good so you can see where they are. Show point of interest, yes. Hide overlap, I keep that one, turn that one off. Screen shake, yes, that's cool, that's cool. Show sockets, yes, you want to see all the sockets your items have on it. That way you can just quickly at a glance identify, hey, can I use this? Would it make my build better? Does it have sockets? Yes, no, I can see it. Show full description. When highlighting an item on the ground, it shows a full description shown rather than just a name. Yes, because when you pick up some loot, for example this, I want to see what is it. So if I turn, what is it, instead of it having the option of not showing it, it's like no. I need to know what that is because you're gonna get so much loot that you want to see what the hell is that thing. Okay, is it better? That's body armor, has armor and energy shield. Cool, that could work for me, that won't work for me. Can I even equip it? It says I need 14 strength. No, I can't equip it, so I'll skip it for now. So those are kind of things that are quality of life things where when you're making snap decisions, you want like information at a glance to help you out. Remember when I was in college, my professor always says, you make better decisions with more information. So that's kind of how you want to approach it here. Oh, this one is so good. Yes, I think it's on by default. If it's not for some reason, turn this on immediately. Show support skills list when hovering over support items. What that does is it's amazing because when you're going to your inventory, you're about to make a support skill. You're like, man, will this support skill support all my skills I'm currently using or just that specific one? Because I'll get into support skills later. it gives you recommendations of support skills you might want to use for the specific attacks you're currently using, but you don't have to use it. You can change and use by anything you want. It could work, it might not work for what you're working on as far as the skill. So if you look at the screen right now on the top left right here, it tells you, hey, if you use this support, if you buy or make this support skill, it can be used with all of these skills except this one. It will not work as Spark. Okay, so don't buy it if you're gonna work it with Spark. It will not work. It will work with the rest of the skills here. So very beneficial to make sure you can make informed decisions when you're building your character. So now let's go back and let's keep it moving. So show health bar, show life bar. Yes, this what all of this does is shows your levels here if you want. I guess you don't necessarily need it. Yeah, cause the numbers don't do anything for me. So I think for me as well, I'm gonna keep mine off. Because if you turn it on, it shows that. Like, I don't care. I can see how much shield I have, how much health I have. So I think for me as well, because I like having a smooth, clean experience, we'll keep that off. So I'll keep that hide. Show your flash buffs. Yes, you want to see if your buffs are up. You want to see your aura buffs are up. Show aura icons. This is the most important thing right here. Make sure you put this above your health, above yourself, because what it does is allows you to see your health at a glance. Because if you're fighting, you want it to look smooth, but trust me, looking down there to see your health is not beneficial. You want to be in the action, in the zone, locked in, and you can see that, oh shit, I'm getting beat. Let me pop a heal real quick. Okay, I'm good. I'm back in action. Oh, I need my mana's going low. Cool. Let me pop a mana flash real quick. Boom, I'm back in action. So those are the things that you want to kind of keep your eye on to ensure that it kind of helps you with your playing experience. Keep it above enemies, because you can put allies and enemies, but I guess if you're a healer, then you can, it matters. But I play most of the time solo, and most people self-manage themselves when you play multiplayer. So keep it above enemies. Short monster resistance, keep that on. It's good to have. Always highlight so you know where you're going, and pretty much everything else here is personal preference on your cursor, whatever you like, doesn't matter. Chats, if you like seeing the chat pop off, all the people going crazy. I haven't found any uncut support gens above level 1 yet, so people are just talking and talking. You want to feel a more immersive experience, feel like the game's alive, which it is, then you can turn that on. People are just talking. See, Act 2 may have some unbuilt, people just sharing information. So it's cool, that way you can learn. If you don't want that on, turn that off. All the chats you can turn on and off. If you have a guild, make your guild. I'm gonna be making a guild. I'm making a guild for people that want to play and join. I haven't made it yet, but we will. And once that's live, I'll showcase it in my video on my stream, so all of you guys can join. Because that's one thing that made Monster Hunter super fun, is the fact that we can all play together and we all can join a guild. So look forward to that coming out. All these things, all based on this chat, so you're good to go. Rest of it's just miscellaneous stuff. Nothing else here matters. Your controller input, notifications. The most important thing is game and interface. Some things I will turn on there. So let's save all of that. Now let's go to your regular inventory and look at some of the stuff you can do. So here's your inventory. Cool thing they added here when you start getting the skills is, if you look at a skill, you can manage your sockets. We talked about the skills, what it can do. If you go here to info, you can get more information. If you hit the right button in, you can hit information. You can hover above all of these and I'll say, what are these? Melee attacks. Attacks are those directly hit with a melee strike or slam, dealing melee damage. Attacks, melee attacks usually scale from weapon or unarmed. See? So it kind of gives you an idea of, okay, what is that? Attacks. What the heck are attacks? Attacks are skills that directly use your equipped weapon or damage enemies. Spells are not attacks. So they really wanted to make this game more accessible and give us more information to be better players, or kind of ease into the game a little better. So you can kind of go in a rabbit hole, just learning all the things, resistances, and kind of go all the way till, so you can be more informed as well. So now when it comes to your actual skills, you can get any skill you want, but some skills require specific weapons as well. So it tells you requires quarterstaff. So in order to use this skill, some stuff are open, unarmed. I can use this with no hands, and I can use it for quarterstaff. So some of the things you want to make sure when you start picking your skills, because you don't have to pick a skill within your class. There's no classes in this game. This is a general starting point, but you can do whatever you want. So like for example, this skill is from the witch. It's a minion, AoE, physical, and all it requires is intelligence. Because my monk has skill high in intelligence, because I'm intelligence dex, it makes sense for me to dabble in over there and see what witch got going on, dabble in over there, see what sorcerer got going on, and see if I can utilize some of their skills. Some of their more like not their main attacking skills, I wouldn't buy those, but supporting skills. For example, I got this one where if I see a corpse, hit that with it, now I got some minions. Hit that, got some more minions. Minions everywhere. So this one's cool because as a dex character, I'm bobbing, weaving, I'm in and out. It kind of helps me distract the monsters. They do some good damage as well. They don't last too long, but as you're killing more enemies, you get more. Can I do it again? Oh yeah, I can just keep on doing it. Amazing. So along the corpse, the corpse eventually decomposes. At some point it decomposes, you can't use them anymore, but prime example right there. I like that skill because it's cool. So now going back to your skills, let's talk about our support skills. So say I want to make I got a support skill, which is really cool. Support skills go in the second slot. Your main attack, the main skill, attacking skill goes in this slot right here. Your support skills go in these skills. What this does is it buffs this skill, which is cool because if you notice, we can have 6 skills on 6 or 5 buffs on each skill compared to PoE 1, where only your weapon, two-handed weapons, and your chest can have the 6 links. So now we can customize and have a lot of strong skills, not just one skill like in the previous game. So say I want to make a support skill. I go down here, these gems, you find them, monsters randomly drop them. I want to make a support skill. Cool thing about this is all the recommended stuff it will give for whatever skills you have currently equipped. You can cycle through all of them. It will say, hey, for the skills you currently have equipped, we generally recommend you checking out these skills because they work pretty well with this skill based on our developmental cycle when we made the game. A lot of times they're dope. You're right. You're absolutely right. So prime example, the thunder one for Fallen Thunder for monk. This one, what it does is support skills have 35% chance to not remove charges but still count as a consuming them. So I can keep on spamming my upgraded Fallen Thunder with this one. I have 35% chance of that happening. So really good, cool. Thank you for recommending that skill to me. This also works with other skills as well. So it's not just for this one, but if you want to look at all the skills you can buy, hit square, or I guess it's different. I think you click down here with the mouse keyboard, and you can see here are all the level 1 skills you can currently buy that they recommend for this weapon. Then you can go over here and you can go to strength, just straight up here. These are the straight gems I recommend if you're running a strength build. If you're running run a dex build, here's all the dex stuff I recommend. If you're running intelligence build, here's all intelligence stuff I recommend. So this is how you can get whatever you want. Anything highlighted you can get. But they say, hey, if you want to hey, let's just calm down a little bit. Just give me a couple of things that it'll ease me into the game, which I feel is great for new players. Here's some things I'll recommend you checking out instead. So same thing applies when you want to make your skills. You can buy your skill for your class and upgrade them. So those skills, the same thing. I get that skill gem, uncut skill gem from just fighting monsters. You can upgrade your stuff to level 3. I can buy a level 3 skill, or I can go over here. Hey, what does witch have going on? Hey, what does sorcerer have going on? If you notice, it says, hey, you can't equip this. You don't have the required information, which is good. So you're not wasting your points on, hey, I want to get a bow skill, but I'm not using the bow. Therefore, I can't use that skill. So those are things you want to kind of keep in mind with your character as well. Hey, if we go over here, hey, let's just simplify it even more. What do I currently have equipped? Let's just upgrade that. So if I'm in a situation where I'm kind of my setup are vibing right now, I don't want to change too many things. I can stay here, just focus on these things and upgrade from here. So these are the kind of things that you might not have noticed that you can currently do as well. Last thing I want to go over is just your couple of things I want to go over. So this skill right here, this kind of gives you a breakdown of all your stuff as well. For those that are new, in Path of Exile 1, 75% on these 3, mandatory. Early game doesn't matter too much, but as you start getting later and later, these 3, 75%. So, because resistances matter a lot in this game. Health is very, very important in this game. If you have life modes, when you look at your pieces of armor, Early game doesn't matter, but okay, I don't want to get too technical in the video. But when you start looking at what kind of class you're building, you want to start saying, hey, what does this armor piece come with? So if you notice, this one comes in armor 45 by itself. This one, for example, this one comes with evasion and energy shield. So evasion's for dex, armor's for warrior or everybody else, and energy shield is for intelligence builds. So essentially, what that means is that you have a higher chance of getting evasion suffixes or prefixes with this set, or more intelligence based stuff with this set as well. Compared to this one, I'm most likely get more armor stuff on it. So wait, that's later on. I'm sure there's more videos. There's gonna be a ton of videos going more into detail on that kind of stuff. But I just want to give you a quick introduction of when you start picking up armor. These are the kind of things you want to start looking at. So hey, this one gives me 45 armor. Okay. This one is better because it gives me evasion and energy. This one gives me energy shield. But we're super early on. Later game stuff will give you even better stuff. These runes like this you might find on the floor. Some of your armor pieces will have like a slocket in them. You could equip the rune on it, and the problem is once that rune's equipped, you can't take it off. So make sure you like it. I guess it's kind of like the whole chaos orb thing, except of it being like a random effect that can happen on your weapon. You know what you're gonna get. So that's what I would recommend. Hey, making sure this is piece of rune you want to equip on here. If not, don't put it on there because you can't take it off afterwards. So that's kind of going back to the character. If you go over here, it tells you, hey, for 1 dexterity you get 5 evasion. If you increase your dexterity for 5, you get an extra dexterity support gem capacity. Support gem capacity on this screen, it tells you, hey, how many support gems can I have in that capacity? I can currently have 1 strength. I can have 7 dexterity. I can have 5 intelligence. So you have to level into those skills in order to be able to equip the support gem. So that's the kind of like caveat that you can buy whatever you want, but you might not be able to equip every single thing you buy. So just keep that in mind as well. Last thing I'll go over is you can respec your character. You probably already found this dude, but the cool thing about it is if you're unsure how your DPS, or say you got a skill you don't want to get it instead, you can come over here. He will refund your stuff. It costs money to refund. It goes up every time you do it, so just be careful. But say I'm like, I got to here and I got strength instead of dexterity. It's not what I wanted. You can just respec and refund your character, reallocate your resources, identify if that's was the right route to make or not. So a lot of information in this video. I just want to make a quick video because I've got a lot of questions. Want to demystify some things for some people, kind of give a quick brief introduction to the game to make sure that everyone's having a good time playing it, because the game is complex, but it's really simple once you start kind of figuring things out. And they did a lot of things in this one to make it really easier for new players to pick up. But thanks for watching. If you're new, make sure you guys subscribe. If you learned something, share this video for people that will find value in it. My name is Dear Gamer. I play a lot of games like this on the channel. Look forward to Monster Hunter coming out next in 3 months. We'll cover that one heavily. Until then, we're playing Path of Exile pretty heavily. So make sure you subscribe if you're new and give the video a thumbs up. Until next time, Dear Gamer, signing out.